So one thing we haven't done today particularly is shoulder extension. So let's do it here. Now, it'll feel like you're going to more shoulder extension if you reach your fingertips back, kind of like Shalabhasana, hands back. This hands back is kind of a cheat to get external rotation in the shoulder joint. Okay, hands forward has a tendency to do internal rotation. You can make your shoulder move back with the hands forward. It's easier to find it here. Butt stays down, roll shoulders back, bend elbows a little bit, and then draw elbows in. Keep your chin and your chest lifting up. So it becomes a sense of a back bend. We could also call what we're doing in the back more like a down dog or a boat pose. So it's not really a back bend, it's not flexion, but it's a lengthened in the direction of spinal extension. Some people will call this kind of axial extension, lengthening your spine. But if you think back bend here, it helps to open the chest. Elbows are bent, elbows are drawing in. Now, if you just want to work your arms more, it's hips lifting up, and that gives us strong shoulder work in extension. Do keep your elbows a little bit bent. So if you lock your elbows out, your triceps kind of go off duty. We want triceps on for so many reasons, especially tank top season. But if you don't want to lift your hips and you want to deepen the pose, scoot your butt forward 2 inches. So in this case, what I'm doing by doing that is I'm working my range of motion. How does it feel? Is it sustainable? You might be, I don't mind if you're right up against your edge or right just almost to your edge. You don't want to be behind, you don't want to be past your edge. So in yoga, there's a lot of poses that kind of lead us to wanting to be past the edge. You got to go up to the edge, but you're not diving off the Mexican cliff. Bend both knees, lift your chest, and one more time, if it's in you, if you can maintain the pose, scooch forward. I'm keeping you here for a hot 2 minutes, so that there can be some real change in the tissues and the opening at the front of the shoulder. So any kind of postural work, we want to spend a little bit of time there. Let those connective tissue open up. You might turn your head side to side. If you think I'm trying to distract you, you're not wrong. Don't forget to find some levity. Good. Now coming out, you might feel a little ginger from being here. So tuck your butt under, slowly, slowly, slowly bring your hands back. I forgot to tell you, you could have done that on your knuckles. We did a lot of that work last week. If being on your wrists is the reason that you can't sustain it, you can do that whole thing on your knuckles. But boy, it's hard. But it's interesting. It gives you a nice strengthening and a stretch through the wrists. Okay. Bring both of your blocks with you. Come on down. Blocks on any setting you like, supporting your hips. Supported bridge pose. Now you can get a version of what we just did seated. You can get that same idea by turning your palms up, tucking your shoulders under. And this version has really no strain on the wrists and coming into a bridge pose, but really emphasizing rolling your shoulders back. If I take my arms overhead in bridge pose, you're in flexion. So this is shoulder extension with the arms in this direction. If your arms could reach past the floor, if you press your hands on the floor like they could go below floor level, then they'd be reaching way back behind you. So if you want an active bridge pose, coming in, rolling shoulders back, don't forget the glass of Chardonnay at the shoulder that you're tossing or you're flinging it over lightly with contentment. And in either position, supported or not supported, you could reach a leg long just to work one-legged bridge for a few breaths. And then another leg long. You could make it really hard by reaching both legs long on the diagonal. Now you're back to core. Or both legs up to the sky. Now you're into a variation of shoulder stand. Whether you're deciding to hold supported bridge pose, which is still an inversion, the hips are above the heart, or legs to the sky pose, which can be done with slightly bent knees if your hamstrings are tight and that's not comfortable. Come back to opening breath. Inhale something like 3 or 4 counts through your nose. Pause for a moment or two. Exhale softly out of your mouth, something like 5 or 6 counts. Pause for about 2 before you start over again. Repeat the breath 5 more times. If your legs are still in the air, bring your feet down. Feel your feet land. Exhale, lift your hips, and move your blocks out of your way. Buddha said, your foot feels your foot when your foot feels the earth. That's just a simple way of saying one way to get present, one way to be grounded is to notice what's touching the earth. Just simply your body parts. That's a way to get present. That's a way to get a sense of moving towards peace or contentment, santosha. Great. Draw both of your legs into your chest, knees towards armpits or any version of happy baby you like to practice. Little hip opening, shoulders softening back. And as you're ready, begin to make your way into any final resting position that feels good in your body. You may even notice when you bring your arms out by your sides now that they want to go a little bit wider than when you started practice, but you still get that letting go feeling. Go for the letting go feeling, not for making your arms wider. So when I say wider, it doesn't mean better, just things may have changed. Honor the change if it's there. But first, honor the conversation that your body's giving you. Does it feel like you can let go, or does it feel like you need to adjust something so you can let go? One way to practice santosha and contentment is from final resting to give yourself a moment to acknowledge the stillness. So you're not jumping up out of the pose. Acknowledge the movement of your breath. Invite a deeper breath without trying to breathe more deeply, without going for it. Taking a little bit of movement if you need it, you may not. Drawing knees to chest, one or both together. Turning to a side. And then really allowing your upper body to feel soft and easy, especially your head, nice and heavy as you come up. Once you arrive, soften or close your eyes if they weren't closed already. Maybe today, let your belly be a little softer as you sit up tall. Let your belly remain soft and find the alignment of head over shoulders, shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips. So you're finding the alignment from your spine, not from corseting yourself. On your next inhale, reach your arms overhead. Let your heart lift a little bit with that idea. Feel your palms touching. And take that exhale down through center to your heart, closing breath. Namaste.